Hello, welcome. My name is Cindy Bettino. My company is Transformational Healing, and I'm also the host of Sterling Women. And today we are interviewing our business coach annual sponsor, Cort Maddox with Silver Line Coaching. Woohoo! So I don't know if everyone knows, but Cort is my business coach, and he has made a significant difference in how I run my business. And I am beyond grateful for Cort. And so Cort, you do a lot of things for us at Sterling Women. Every month you give us a business tip, which is amazing. And what do you think because there are so many business coaches, what do you think your biggest strengths are as a business?
Oh, well, I think there are many, not that I'm full of myself, but ultimately, I think that the biggest is my drive and passion towards my clients. Having met a lot of different business coaches, I think that each one of them fill a certain need. For me, there's a compassion and a passion that I show for my clients and really being dedicated to their success. At the end of the day, their success is truly their success, but I try to do everything within my power in order to assure that that occurs. And what I see in some cases, right or wrong or indifferent, is just a very static approach of everybody gets this treatment. Whereas me, I just kind of fall in love with my clients and just am really driven to help them.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I so love you as my business coach, because I know that you really care about me and my business. And I know that I can call you night and day, even though I don't call you night and day. I love your wife. She'd kill me. I'll do night and day. Okay, so I 100% agree with that. And who do you think is your best client? Like who are you looking, who do you think that you attract the most, and who do you think you work best with?
So the best or the ideal or really the only type of client that can really get involved with a coach is somebody that is deemed coachable, as a lot of us understand and know from working with different people. Those that are really set in their ways and believe that they have all the answers tend not to be coachable, and therefore limit their abilities for growth, which is sad to see, but it just happens, and it is what it is. But realistically, it's people that are open to looking at things from a different perspective. Ultimately, I use an outside the box approach for each different issue that business could be facing. Ultimately, utilizing those outside the box thinkings allow them to compete better with their competition and allow them to excel because it's not the everyday run of the mill activities that they're doing, it's something different. And we take a holistic approach when it comes to it to understand that if their issue, for example, if you had a house and you continue to have a crack in the wall on the second floor and you just patch it and it comes back and you patch it and it comes back, the issue is below that. And so we understand that there are surface deep issues that we need to resolve the foundational issues in order to create surface deep restructure in order to make that work.
Yeah, and to have it be successful and abundant. So I can say that some of the things that you have really helped me with a lot is creating structures, trying to figure out which networking events are best for me and my business, making me do P&Ls. I hate P&L. I do. Does anyone out there like doing a P&L? I mean, really? Does anyone really like it? Cort?
FYI, there are people that do.
Really?
That really love the numbers and look at your accountants, right? They love it, and so that's one of their favorite things. They're really driven towards that, and they'll do it for their business as well as so many others. So
Yeah. The other thing that you've really helped me too is how to get leads and tracking leads and all that good kind of stuff. I think that has been like really, really super helpful for me and because I'm a solopreneur, right? So I don't, I do everything myself. So learning how to do things that I didn't, I thought I knew, but I really didn't know. So is there anything else? So how do people find you? Well, let me first say, I always tell people when I talk to them, the biggest mistake I made was not hiring a business coach the moment I opened my company, or even before I opened my company. So whenever I talk to people, I always ask them if they have a business coach, because I just think it's so essential, because we can limp along. I limped along for a while, and I would have been so much further ahead. So I highly recommend that anyone and everyone that is running their business hire a business coach. So Cort Maddox might not be for you, but he might be. You could have a one-to-one with him and figure it out. But Cort, how do people find you to talk to you and see if you're the right fit for their business?
Certainly, and great point. Everybody should, and whether or not they do or not is their own choice. But obviously, FYI, the time we all create bad habits, and when you're first starting, it's the easiest time to create bad habits. But the best way to get in contact with me is typically through a cell phone, whether it be call or text. And my phone number is 571-241-1527. Or you can reach me.
For all the stalkers out there, would you like to repeat that?
Sure. I don't think I'll have any of them, but sure. It's 571-241-1527. And it's interesting because every time I say it, I sound like an infomercial in my head. I don't know if it comes across that way. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, and please call now, 571-241-1527. Don't delay. But you could also reach me through my website, silverlinecoaching.com, or email is cort@silverlinecoaching.com.
Awesome. The one last thing I want to say about Cort is he helped an energy worker with her mindset. And that takes some doing, Cort. So mindset is everything, right?
It is. It is. There's always the silver lining to every experience.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. Cort Maddox with Silverline Coaching, who is our business coach, annual sponsor for Sterling Women. And thank you so much for being a sponsor. And me, Cindy Bettino with Transformational Healing, and also your host of Sterling Women. Have a great one.
Thank you.